Hello and welcome to another Visual Basic tutorial with Hellfire 1997. Now, last time I showed you how to set up a scoreboard for our game here. So just die there, and this is what we created. However, we end up with a problem of it not actually showing any of the scores other than ours when we died. And after looking at it, I realised my error with that. Now, what I forgot to do was, coming down here, or rather up here, we had created our variables for our scores, so 50, 40, but I didn't give them any strings. Hang on, quickly do this, sorry. Right, sorry about that, forgot to do that. Anyway, the reason it's not actually been showing these is because, being a bit of an idiot, I forgot to actually tell the program to make these labels display these variables. We only made it go through all the players' scores and everything. That is why the players' score's not really working either. So if we just come down here, we want to create a new subroutine, private sub. Let's make it create scoreboard. There we go. Just grab that, copy and paste. Again, something you should never do in code, but I do it anyway. So this is where we create our scoreboard. So all we do here, similar to last time, label 3 to 7, we want them to show names 1 to 5. Label 8 to 12, show the scores. So come here, do label 3 dot text equals name 1, and label 4 dot text equals name 2, and we just pretty much do that. So just time lapse through this. Right, there we go. So that's pretty much the main problem with what was wrong with it. So now if we try and test it out, start game, hopefully I won't be as complete failure as I was last time, so I'll probably time lapse this part again. Okay, so that's good enough. Let's die now. There we go, you died. Just type in the name, and yep, that's worked perfectly. Just in your version, I would move these labels left or these ones right a bit so that you don't end up with them covering around. Or if you want, you could probably have the scores or left, names or right. You're probably less likely to cover them up that way. Anyway, if we've just pressed menu, it comes up with a blank screen, which leads me on to the main topic of today's tutorial, which is resetting the game itself. Now, last time when we made the scoreboard, we made a main menu button, and all that does is hide the two panels. Now, this one is going to become a bit of a mess while I do it. You lot will probably be better off tidying it up a little bit, but I'm basically going to show you all the stuff we need to get it to show. So first off, when you load the game, well, in my first tutorial I showed you how we can show these buttons, these picture boxes and labels. Well, when we press start game, it hides all of these, so the first thing we need to do is get it to show them again. So this is why you want to name all your components corresponding things, because I've had to actually write a list of all the things because I forgot what they're all called. So we want label 1 dot show, label 1 being the title. We want start game dot show, start game being the button we press to start the game. Button 2 dot show, that being the quit button for when they want to exit the game. And then picture box 1 dot show and picture box 2 dot show. Now those two picture boxes are the picture boxes which are basically a decoration, so they're not really important, they're just there to decorate as normal. So now if we start game, just die, get past here, just go through that. Now press main menu, it shows all this again. So we could press start game straight away, but it just comes back to this, which is absolute no help for anyone. So quit game, we need to reset the game itself now. So we could set up a subroutine for it to go to, which actually I think would probably make better sense if we did. So private sub reset game. So just drag that and stick it here. So the code we stick in this subroutine will be the code that resets the game itself. So move all the shots back to start locations, or reset all the variables back to 0 or 1 or whatever them to be, change the fire to false, change all the images, everything like that. So reset game. So to start off with, we want to change the image of the spaceship, because of course when you die it shows up as an explosion. So we do spaceship dot image equals my dot resources dot not explosion 2 dot Gallagher ship, which is the ship we're using in the first place. Next thing we want to do is we want to start resetting some of the variables. So we want to reset score, that one to become 0, level, that obviously wants to go back to level 1, fire, that needs to go back to false in case they're in the middle of firing something. Fire 1 to 5 needs to fire 1 to 5 needs to be false. I can't spell false. Again, for if any of their shots were in the middle of being fired, then if we didn't render them to false, they would only end up carry on being fired. And fire 5 equals false. So we also need to put complete equals 0, complete being the variable that checks when they've killed all the aliens. So next, for these fire, we've rendered them false, but we also need to make sure all the shots are back in their start location. So we need to do shot 1 to 5 dot location equals restart shot dot location, and we need to do this for all 5 of the shots. Okay, so there we go. We've got all the shots back in their starting position. So next, if I'm honest, it'll probably make more sense if we move that down here. Complete equals 0. And the reason for that is just to try and make the code look a little bit tidier. If you've got things that are the same sort of things, well, that makes no sense. If we've got all the variables and so on regarding to firing of the shots in one place, and all the variables regarding level completion and that in one place, it'll make it easier to find later on. Like I said, this is a bit of a mess for me, so you lot would be better off making it in a slightly tidier fashion. So I'm just showing you how it's done. So once we've got shot 5 dot location back, oh well, all the shots back in their starter location, we want to change the score label. So for that, score label dot text equals score and score. I'll just stick that there to make it look better. So all that's doing is the little label that stays up here that shows the score, it's resetting that, otherwise it's going to carry on saying the previous score until they score a new point. So not a major one, that, just to make it look better once again. So now we need a for next loop. For I equals 0 to 11. So in this space here, we will be moving the aliens back to where they should be, moving the alien shots to where they should be, disabling any alien shots and so on. So to start off with, aliens dot location equals locations, forgot the I. So aliens brackets I dot location equals locations I. There we go, that's first bit, and then we do aliens I dot show, and then we want to do AI shot I equals false. So far we've moved the aliens back to the starting position on the first level. We've got it so it shows the aliens when the panel comes up. It won't show them straight away because they are bound to panel 1. So they will show when panel 1 is shown, but not until then. And AI shot I equals false, that will stop the movement of any of the alien shots from moving. So next we want to do AI shot 2 dot hide, 2 I dot hide. So that's just hiding any alien shots that are in the middle of the screen at the moment. And then next we want to do AI shots 2 dot location equals aliens dot location. So all this is doing is moving all the alien shot. Once again forgetting the I and typos. Aliens I dot location. So all this is doing is moving all the alien shots back to the right alien that they came from. However, because it works with top left, and so top and left, it will move the top left of the label to the same top left of the top left of the label to the same top left as the alien, which we don't want. So to change this, we can just do AI shot 2 dot top equals AI shot 2 dot top plus 105, I think I worked it out to be. So this is moving all of it down by 105 pixels, which, if I remember how my math's right, the aliens, basically it'll move the shot down from the top, because it'll be at the moment up there, moves it down to about here, if I remember right. And next we want to move it back so that it's around the mouth area. So we moved it down, now we want to move it back to the middle of the alien, which is same sort of code. AI shot 2, I, remembering the I this time, not remembering the dot though, dot left equals AI shot 2 I dot left plus 52, I think was about right. So oh, phone's going off. Right, sorry about that. Phone going off in the middle of recording, that's not really brilliant. Anyway, so that will reset your game for you. So I'll just quickly run through what it's all doing. This is changing the picture box for our spaceship. When you die, it changes into an explosion. This changes it back from an explosion back to the spaceship. This part is resetting the variable to score back to 0, level back to 1, complete back to 0. So resetting base variables. Same thing here, resetting your fire and fires 1 to 5 to false. Basically stopping any fired movements, any fired shots from moving any further. Shot 1, this part is changing the location of all 5 of your shots. So if some of your shots were already back in restart.location, then they'll move them back anyway. But it basically moves all your shots back to restart location in case any of them are fired. This part is just changing the score label back to read 0 when you start the game. And then this last part is just working on moving all the aliens back to the right locations. It's showing the aliens, moving the shots, hiding the shots, and basically prepping the aliens for the next game. So now if we play the game, start game, and just have a quick run through. There we go, just kill a few, die. Up comes the scoreboard. There we go, they get on it. Main menu comes back to here, start game, and that's a little embarrassing. Forgot about that label. Anyway, that's easy enough to change. All we need to do is remember what the label is called. Back in 5. Play dead, move. Here we go. Dead.show, that's the name of it. Right, okay. So we come back and we just come to the bottom here, just put it here, dead.hide. So if you remember, that's the label. It basically comes up and tells them they're dead, which they can probably see anyway. And then, so we just need to hide the label again, otherwise obviously it's going to make it a little bit difficult to play. So if we just try it this time, start game, just quick few shots, die straight away. You died, and just go through that, start game, and here we go, working absolutely perfectly. So there you go, you have, from here on, you have one complete game of Space Invaders. So now I'm just going to quickly explain, for the reference code or to get this project, there's a link in the description, or if you go on the discussion panel of my channel, there's a link there for you to download. It's linked to my Google Drive for you to download a compressed folder of this game. So all you've got to do is extract it and then stick it in your own projects folder before you can open it up. and there will be 2 folders there for Space Invaders. I will have one called Space Invaders Base, which will be this one from part 9 tutorial, which will be your base game. And then the second one will be, as I carry on doing tutorials, showing other things like one person, I can't remember your name, I'm sorry, was asking about boss levels. I will, in the second folder, that will be updated every time I do a tutorial, and that one will just be called Space Invaders, showing all my latest tutorial work in there. So if you want the codes, feel free to download, that's what it's there for. So next time, because somebody has asked, and again I apologise, I've forgotten your name, I think I will show you how to do a boss level like every 10 levels or so. So this has been Hellfire 1997, and thanks for watching.